In the course of the last 33 years after Status Aparte, the Aruban government started a number of large projects supposedly to increase the standard of living of the Aruban population. These projects, seemingly, became their main concern. The government never had enough money available for mundane government expenses, much less to invest in new projects. The main reason: the government devoted too much of its funds for employing unnecessary personnel against all advice. They preferred to invest in consumer spending, such as personnel, rather than projects that would generate more income for the economy and therefore the people of Aruba. Under Aruban law, before the government grants a project, they are required to offer all projects through a public tender. This way, all companies have a fair opportunity to offer their service at a reasonable price to the government, which should include the people of Aruba, because they can choose the lowest price for a certain quality. But in practice, the Aruban government on many occasions neglected this legal obligation and made use of a loophole within the law to be able to start projects without the use of a public tender. This loophole is reserved for cases of great rush. Unfortunately, the rush loophole became an excuse used for almost, if not all, the projects started by the government. This included annual projects without any significant changes. Each time this tactic was used, it was to avoid fair and reasonable competition and favor a certain party. This would allow them to assign projects to good friends of the ministers or the parties, without having to offer the best price. Once paid a hefty sum, it was very easy for the friends to give the minister a good commission for their cooperation. A minister with many projects or large projects had the possibility to get a lot of money in commissions, while also charging for building permits and foreign employees. It is not uncommon that the government or the people of Aruba in many cases paid excessive amounts for the certain products or services. Sadly, this means that the Aruban people would have to pick up the tab. Additionally, the service and materials were not adequately monitored to make sure that they were up to par. This resulted in poor quality materials, services that were not properly executed, and higher prices than agreed upon, ultimately causing the Aruban people to unnecessarily lose large amounts of money, while lining the pockets of the minister and contractor involved.